I know you can't hear the radio in the background that well, but this week and today has been incredible. Coincidences? They're singing songs telling us about what's going to happen in the next year. They're telling us about the past, singing about electric company, electric company. They're singing songs about getting you and me to fight with each other so we can't see the truth in the matter. And then I came to think, I made a video before, and I said, what if it was 8 days a week? Then how would we get the moons to come together on the cycle? 6 days or 8 days. The Mayans said 260 ton, which you can look at as 52 weeks and 5 days, will make up the year. 13 times 7, 20 times 13 is 260. And that's in a drawing that I'm working on. This is only pieces of it. And then I got to thinking, 84 days would be 3 moons. 3 is the creation moons. To come around from 84 days, to come back to alpha beta, would bring you to 112. 8 decay, 111. 1 plus 11 is 12. 12 times 7 of the 7th day equals to your 84 again. 66, 72, 78, 84. The 6 days works. 6 days, they built this world on 6 days. 7th day was the rest because we were already alive and running. So God rested while we all ran around. On the 7th day that it still is for God. On the 7th day that it still is for God, we're only on the 6th. But when we die, God doesn't rest. We visit with Him. The 7th day, the electric company. Now Pluto is number 84. Isn't that crazy? 9 more we get Saturn, and then 10 more we get Mercury. Talking about connecting with the moon. Lightning bolt, 10 and 9. Man 10, got 9. Herbert Hoover Dam, equaling to 44 and 88. And the 48 equals the space of B and O. So we hold this up again. I need yourself. Then we'll hold this up again. I'm going to turn it around. And what's funny about this 84 is to make this same 2 numbers, you need 8 and 6. 48, 4 by 8 is 32, 4 and 8 is 12, 44. We have now created. To get the 48, we need 86. 8 times 6 is 48. 48 and 14, 14. The cross we walk with, man on earth, inside that Nibiru countdown picture of the Mayan, we get the 20 worlds. 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 times 2 is 12. 20 worlds. 20 world of 14. 8 and 6 is 14. The whole center of the card is 14. Let me try and put it up here somewhere. Where's that card? Yeah. The whole card is 14. 10 and 4, 11 and 3, 12 and 2, 13 and 1. Now you can't live in the center because this game closes. So you can live on 2, 3, and 4. 11, 17, 28 the moon. 25 and 3, 28 the moon. 15, the egg of the spirit of 76 makes 28 the moon. 13 and 1, 1, 3, 1, 1 plus 3, 1 times 3 equals AC/DC, Earth and Mars. The one spirit is 14, 14. It all starts with 10, 4. I'm not going to let this be too long. Okay, I just want to make sure that we're on. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about is that 19 from Pluto, 84, equals to Mercury. We've got like 10, 9. We're connected to the moon regardless. Something is wrong, and I know we're going to see it earlier than I planned. See, I told you my planned date was hoping that I'd get to the end of this project on the day it marked. And the day it marked was October 4th, 2014. That's 1 year away. It may show up earlier, I don't know. The other things you'd have to look at is on this book. Last year, first of all, we end up with these numbers. We end up with number 3. Remember number 3 or number 1? 3 and 1 is 4. 3 and 7. 3 and 4 is 7. 3 and 7, why? Because 48, 84, which is 4 and 8 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 4 and 8 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 4 and 4 is 8, 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, so we got 3 and 7 out of it. The same time, 3 and 4 is that 4 and 3 and 4 both make 7. 3 times 7, 3 plus 7, 21, blackjack, and 10, the value of the face cards. 4 times 6, because 4 and 6 is 10, 3 and 7 is 10. It's 24. 4 and 6 is 10. The 24th letter is X, and the 10th letter is an X Roman numeral. XU. 24 and 10 is 34. 24 and 10 is 34. 24 and 21 is the fox. 45. It's the meaning of it and Rubik's Cube. 21. 10 and 10 is 20 in the 20 world we are in. 24 makes 86. This one makes 89. It's back in the numbers we just looked at. But I'm going to go on from here that 24 and 10 is 34, Earth and Mars. 21 and 10 is 31. The total is 75. That's the year we're going into next year. And that was the score of AC/DC and the Super Bowl last year, saying that we already came to Martha Nurse last year. Now we're on the ride home, where all these satellites seem to be flying around somewhere because we're in their area, we're in their zone, and they're not in our zone, we're in their zone somehow. And that's if what we live on as a planet is real. I still call it the Avatar, pulled in the islands to the oceans above and the earth below, the waters. So that shows us 2014, and not only that, in order to get 2014 from the 6 and 8 and 6, when you play pool, there's only one 8 ball. But the 6 ball and the 14 ball go together. That makes 20, again, 2014. Because the 11 red is what we mock. The 1 and the 3 are yellow and red, but the 3 and the 11. You remember when Lenin came in 2011 and they said the end of the world in 2012, and what did they say for 2013? But remember, 2013 is all about learning. This is a learning year. This is about the blind, not the blind people, the ones who can't see further than how they think. Leading into 2014 is the recognition time, is where people who haven't noticed will notice, and those who have never given recognition to anything that others have said, to where there was cheats and lies of truth, this year they will learn, coming in 2014. TUN in the Mayans, never really been spoken before. T is number 20th letter. U is the 21st, making the roundabout to come back to the medication of the Monopoly game. And N is the 14. It says 20, 21, 14. 21, 14, 35. 35, 75, the 110 stories of the Twin Towers that went down. This is the replica year, 2013. Okay? The year that comes is 2014, which is 5775. We begin that year starting on the eve of October 3rd and 4th is when it begins. What does it mean, what it begins? Well, for myself, I'm going to have increased visions of coincidences that are coming on. I see on the radio they're trying to get us to be mean and fight with each other. We shouldn't be fighting with each other. But they want us to be that way, to lose more words in translation so less people can understand the truth, until the truth has taken them away. And they're still in denial. That paper I show you, the Nibiru Countdown, this one over here, is going to tell me a lot of things, but I'm not ready for it yet. I'm just not ready. I'm still studying it. There's calculations to be made. How much is 30 times 47? How much is 37 times 41. Did you know one of the cycles that are ending? I'm going to tell you, first of all, 6 years, 6 days, 6 hours, 6 minutes. At the end of a cycle, life began. So let's say we add, in the numerological sense, one of the reasons we might be off by 3 to 6 years is because we have to count when God started counting his first day, not our first day. So actually, this year would be 2013? No. This year would be 2019, and 19 is the letter of SS and S. Be it the best, do the right test. As you run down the Mississippi, ISSISSIPPI. We run into the cycle of the one spirit of 6, which is part of the connection to Jupiter, to Saturn. Why do I say that? Because that's man's spirit and life, 6. You ever see how they make a 6? See this? Part of the shin in Hebrew. But they put 2 of them together. They ended up making a star. In fact, it makes the Magen David star. And it's 2 letter E's stuck together that look like an X. 6 and 5 and 5 is 6 and 6. Why? Because the X equals 24. Plus the 2 E's that are connected in there, 5 and 5 equals to 34. 24 plus 10 equals 34X. Roman numerals, and then the English alphabet, Raphael 7286, and the constellation Megan says, oh, I can't end it now. What did I miss? There must be so much more. As I get it out, whatever you don't understand, I keep catching up and learning. So maybe one day I'll be able to turn it all around and explain to you exactly what my visions are. But who cares? What's your question? My visions are nothing. You want to know why I see all this? I just do. It just is. It is what it is. It's like I made a game up. It's like a dictionary. Look it up at number 2 in the second position on the 4th row next to number 8. In the totality where they're using 20 by 7 numbers, and not a totality where they're using 15 numbers. But wait a second. Inside the numbers, it breaks it down to 15, and I can work it smaller and smaller and smaller. Or open it up. Anyways, that's it. Thank you.